Is that one on? Yep, it sure is. Good morning, Unity of Tustin family. We have an exciting day today. I want to welcome all of you that are here with us in the sanctuary, and I want to welcome all of you who are at home. We're so pleased to have you with us. Thank you so much. Please take a moment to silence your cell phones if you haven't already done so. Appreciate that so much. We have a special guest today. As you can see, we have Arlene Lawrence, who is the author of the book, The Love Principles. And I've started reading the book, and I'm very much enjoying it. That's wonderful. I'm anxious to get into the spirit groups. This book is a subject of our fall spirit groups, and each Sunday, the spiritual ministry team will focus on one of those principles. And Shara will take a little more of an introduction a little bit later, so we'll give a more proper introduction at that time. Our musical guest today, yay, Andrea Miller. Thanks for returning. So pleased to have her here, and she stepped in at the last minute. Our other planned one was not feeling well, so we give her a special appreciation for that. Thank you, Andrea. Another excitement today, we have a kickoff picnic featuring, and in case you didn't see, featuring tri-tip sandwiches. No burgers and hot dogs this time. So tri-tip sandwiches and a full selection of sides, including some vegetarian options. They're $15 for adults and $5 for children, and it's going to begin right after service. Also today, Arlene will be signing books on the patio before her afternoon workshop. The workshop will begin at 1:15, titled Living the Love Principles. The workshop is suggested love offering of $25. Spirit groups begin the week of September 14th, not too far off, so you can sign up today after service, or you can sign up online. I saw that link through the email. And then someone today mentioned to me that they didn't get the email blasts, and I don't think they were aware of them. So those of you who are not getting our Friday email blast, there is a sign-up sheet on the welcome table. That's going to tell you all that's going on here, just of a lot of exciting information. And with that, I'm going to introduce Blair for an announcement. There he is. Whoops, I thought I saw him there. Yeah.
Thank you, Zelda. So good morning. I have had the joy of being on campus all weekend with the Next Generation Unity Retreat in the flow. And so I just want to introduce, they're over here as they've been on campus here. So thank you for being a space where we could have this wonderful event. So you are a blessing. Well, now let's stand and we'll sing Let There Be Peace on Earth and Let It Begin with Me.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternal. What a blessing that sing. You all sang so wonderfully. We can feel the presence of Christ consciousness. The candle we're going to light tonight is to remind us of that Christ consciousness that resides in all of us. Because that's what I'll do right now. You notice the sigh? It worked first time. So, daily word today. My name is John Claude Pinto, and I'm a prayer chaplain. And with that, I get the honor of reading the daily word today. And the daily word today is being free, right? And the scriptural text is, now the Lord is a spirit, and where the spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom. That's Corinthians 3:17. And the affirmation, I am free through my awareness of God. Say it again, I am free through my awareness of God. The reading is, visualizing freedom, I might think of a bird soaring above the earth, a child running across the park flying a kite, or a waterfall cascading into a river that will continue its journey as far as I can see. Beyond these exhilarating images, another more personal example evokes a feeling of freedom, my connection with God. God is limitless and unbounded. When I align myself with the Spirit of God within me, I feel likewise limitless. This is where my freedom lies. No matter the state of my life or the conditions of the world, I remain free in God. I face each day with hope and positive expectation. Just as the bird that soars, the kite that glides, the waterfall that roars, I move freely through life because of my oneness with God. The affirmation, I am free through my awareness of God. We'll say together, I am free through my awareness of God. And I think we have a singer. Sorry about that.
Thank you. Good morning, Unity of Tustin. Good morning online. Good morning, Arlene and Diane. Thank you for visiting us. You know, I am free. You know, as I was thinking of I am free, it's interesting. The visualization could look like freedom as separateness. And I was thinking, we're talking about a different freedom. We're living into a different freedom. We are living into that freedom of being able to fly while remaining inherently connected because we are one. We are one organism. We are one life. We are one humanity. We are one creation. We are one Christ consciousness, living love, divine spirit. We are that oneness. And I've been in a deep inquiry of this mycelial network, what emerges from below, where, how, and why we emerge. And what's emerging now, what the metaphor that's really captivated me is the cicada. So the cicada lives as a nymph underground for 17 years before it emerges. And when it emerges en masse from a phenomena called predator saturation. So many come up that even though most of them are eaten, they still survive. And then I'm like, well, okay, and then they come up when the temperature's 64 degrees underground. But how do they know 17 years? So I looked this up. And they have an invisible internal clock that registers the difference in the root sap that they live on that changes season to season. And when the change happens, their internal clock resonates and clicks. And when you get to 17 times 4 seasons and 64 degrees, they know to emerge en masse. Well, we too must have some sort of internal clock. We too must be sleeper cells of God, nymphing at the roots, waiting for our season to come in mass with predator saturation that overwhelms all the stories of separation and fear. This transformation of humanity is coming. And it begins with me. And it's right here, right now. And when we, as the one body of cicadas, come emerging en masse, our song will be so loud and so beautiful and so filled with our collective harmony. We won't even be able to identify who we are because the nymph exoskeleton of our ego gets left behind. So this is why we come on Sundays. We come to be part of this network that is who we really are. And in it, there is so much hope. So this series that we are going to be engaging in over the next 10 weeks, this series on the love principles, is a blueprint of how to show up in the world so we can be that Christ light en masse as a collective that overwhelms all negativity and separation. So we invite you to follow along. Please sign up for a spirit group. It's a great way, if you're newer as well, to get connected with a small group without being overwhelmed. So when you come, you are heart connected to different people in this community, and you can see if we are a good spiritual home for you. We also encourage you, if you don't do a spirit group, but even if you do, we have these booklets for free in the bookstore, starting next week with Reverend Blair's talk, that you can do some exercises at home and take notes and get a synopsis of each chapter. We have books in the bookstore on the love principles and A Transformation of Humanity, Arlene's newest book, that you can buy and read along. So whichever way works for you, we invite you to participate so we can saturate our collective consciousness with how to show up as living love in the world. So Arlene and Diane are blessing us with their presence. We had the inspiration through Craig to focus on this book. And we said, well, why don't we reach out to the author? Didn't we do that once before with John Selby? And we just heard him this morning. These are gifts that persist. So we are so grateful that you are both here, and we are so grateful that you will be offering a workshop at about 1:15 as soon as we're done with Tri-Tip until 4, and we really hope we can all come and celebrate together. It'll be experiential, it'll be fun, and it'll be a beautiful way to be in community. So now let's just take all of that into prayer, and I invite everyone to take a few deep breaths. Oh, allow yourself to exhale with a little noise. Our NGUers are in the house. Let's take a big breath for them. And let's breathe out love and light into the next generation that this community in particular supports coming forward in beautiful ways. And we're so grateful you're here from the region. And another deep breath of just the mystery of the unknowing. And just release that into the mystery and the unknowing. Because as much as we study and try and navigate, ultimately, we are the hands of God showing up with a perfect divinity, a perfect harmony. We are the perfect note for the symphony we are in, even though we may not know the whole piece or where that music is going. So I invite everyone to attune to the preciousness of not knowing. Attune to the preciousness of active surrender. attune to the power in our showing up and saying yes. And we don't need to figure it out. We need to show up with forgiveness and love and kindness with what exactly is presenting us through life. And see yourself doing that now, whatever it is. The areas where it's easy and graceful to show up with forgiveness, love, and presence, and the areas where it's challenging. Oh, because I'm the one to teach them that lesson. I'm the one to make them see what they don't see. What if we gave that up, just as Jesus gave that up on the cross, and allowed this rain of forgiveness to come in that transformed all of consciousness? So our prayer is to have the courage to do that, to have the courage to stand in the unknown, to have the courage to show up and do what is ours to do, and have the courage to forgive even when it doesn't make sense. And with great gratitude for the experience to do this as our lives, and the deeper gratitude to do it not alone, but in community, in part of that mycelial network that we are connected to, we say thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Amen. Now, let us ground that with some beautiful music from Andrea and Carol.
Is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one that I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is more than I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love, 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 love was made for me and you. Is for the way that you look at me. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it's for the only one that I see. There is very, very extraordinary. Is even more than anyone that you adore. And love is all that I can give to you. Oh, love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart, but please don't break it. Love, love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. Yeah.
Yes. Perhaps you will agree with me when I say that I can think of no better place to initiate a transformation of humanity than in a sanctuary called UoT. amazing. It's just amazing. And what's coming is amazing. You know, a long time ago, there was a novel written. It started, these are the best of times and the worst of times. And perhaps some of you relate to what I'm talking about. But the best of times are coming, and they can come today. They can start today, as Shara said, with each one of us. So what kind of change is coming? I saw this vision, and the vision told me that we are going to move past thousands of years of focus on good versus evil. It's done. It's over. Because what we're going to move from is from good to excellence. That's a whole different ball game. We're going to move from competition to cooperation, from belief to knowing. You know what I'm talking about. When you know something, whoa, it's there, it is, and you know it. So, we're also going to move from personal love to universal love. And some of you might think this is a little peculiar, but we're going to move from making love to being love. This is a big move. We're also going to move from haphazard to purposeful living. And all of that's fleshed out in the book, A Transformation of Humanity, but I'm going to give you some examples of that today. But I want you to know that what's happening is the planet has been crying out. It's hurting. And the universe heard the plea, and it is bringing a greater light to the planet so it can survive. Now, this greater light is going to be such that only those people, human beings, who can live in harmony with the greater light are going to thrive. The people who are focused on rage, insult, violence, darkness, they're going to have a hard time surviving because of the greater light. So, I had another vision about, 55 years ago. And that vision was also about transformation, and it transformed a high school in which I was teaching. When I was 29, I suffered heart disease. Now, those of you who are doing calculating in your mind, so 29, I'll just tell you I'm 86 and a half. Woo! And I also want to tell you that a month ago, I was in surgery, and Shara put me on your list for prayer, and I am standing here before you today whole. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so back to the high school. So I had heart disease, and I was out for like 6 weeks. However, I experienced it as the opening of my heart center. This is an amazing experience. A year later, I had a breakthrough to cosmic consciousness because I was in Big Sur. I looked into the heart of a flower, and the flower disappeared completely, and I was in the energy of the flower, and there was nothing else. That's when I came to know about what you talked about, oneness. I was one with everything that was, and it changed my life completely from that point on. Okay. So here I am teaching in this high school, And at night, it's unbelievable, I started to go to classes in my sleep. But it's not a classroom. This is in the energy world. I'm getting all this wisdom. I wake up in the morning, I come through the rungs of consciousness, can't remember a thing. It was a little disappointing, but I got an inner message. This is what inner knowing is all about. And the message was, when you are ready to embody what you learned, you will remember. Okay. Took a deep breath. I had no expectations, but I had a lot of abundant expectancy, and I'm saying, so bring it already. Let me know what this is. Well, I took my class in this high school, which was a disastrous place. This was in 1970. We're in the middle of the Vietnam War. We're in the middle of racial troubles. The neighborhood was burning down. Kids would show up one day and come back maybe on Friday. Attendance was terrible. It was an impossible situation. My class and I are sitting in the auditorium, and up a few rows, two boys get into a fight, and they're going at each other. And everybody else, all the students around them, stand up, and they are screaming for blood. No one else in the whole of the auditorium moved. I'm sitting in my chair, and I feel this push at my back. Get up. Okay, I don't question anything. I get up, I run up the aisle, I run into the space between these two boys who are going to kill each other, and everybody is screaming. I want you to hear it. Kill him, kill him, kill him. I put my hands out like this. I can feel it now, just the way it was then. Sending love energy to their heart centers. One boy ran away. I turned to the other and I took his hand. We never said a word. Just took his hand and sent him heart center love. And he looked into my eyes, or he had to look down into my eyes, and he said, "Let go of my hand." That's all he said. There was no animosity in it. He connected with me heart to heart. Then he turned and went the other direction. And all these people who were standing around screaming for blood were silent. And the bell rang and we were leaving. And I was standing there, and I tell you, my entire being was trembling from this experience. I went to my class after that, and we wept together, my students and I, for about 15 minutes, because we said, this can't go on this way. Something has to give, something has to change. I feel that same way today over many issues. We vowed that we would do something about this, but again, I had no idea what it was going to be. Well, I sat in my office, and believe me when I tell you this, a ray of light came through the wall, not from a window. It came through the wall, and it brought these 6 love principles. And I wrote them down as fast as I could. This is back in 1970. This principle here, be the change, has been in the mouths of presidents and leaders, and it's ubiquitous around the world. So I get on the phone, and I say to the principal, Margaret, we're going to have a love project. She said, a what? I didn't know what else to say, because I didn't know what a love project was or what it was going to be. I opened my mouth and the words came out, and from there, wow! I told the faculty about it that afternoon at a meeting, and they said, But I couldn't tell him very much because I didn't know what we were going to do. And one of the teachers came up to me after and he said, "You, my dear, are Alice in Wonderland." Believe me, I've been called worse. Well, then it began. We prepared thousands of cookies so that each student in the school could have 2 cookies one morning in homeroom. We put up signs before. It said, "The seekers are coming. The seekers are..." Well, who are the seekers? Nobody knew. And when I say we, I mean me and another teacher and 5 students. We spent 2 weeks baking cookies, providing the home economics department with the opportunity to give to us. We brought the cookies, and they wouldn't eat them. Because the kids thought, "Oh, good, now they're trying to poison us." I'm serious. But then one kid in the class would start eating, and he liked it. Man, these are good cookies. Everybody started eating, and when the bell rang at the end of the homeroom, everybody poured out into the halls, and the students were talking to each other. They were smiling. I hadn't seen this in the years I was teaching. They were grateful for having this gift being given to them. Well, over the next 7 months, the school changed completely. From a place of non-learning, non-attendance, a place of violence, to a place of caring and love. And it was written up in many newspaper stories. And then they sent, Look Magazine sent us a reporter and a photographer, and they followed us for 3 months while we were doing all these various expressions of love. And then they told me, the reporter told me, "We're going to focus on you as the heroine here." I said, "No, you're not." She said, "We have to. This is the way we have to write a story." And I said, "But it's not about me. It's about these love principles. It's about love. It's about caring. It's about opening the heart center." So what happened? I mean, this is one of the most amazing things that's ever happened in my life. 2 weeks before the story was to appear in Look Magazine, the magazine folded. I'm not kidding you. It folded. And I thought this is the greatest blessing because they were going to make me into some superhero, and that was not the point. Okay, so the main thing was that when we were doing this love project, we had no expectations. We were being the change we wanted to see happen. And what we did was we harnessed the negative energy for good. So if you would indulge me, I would like to give you an example of this that you can use in your own life starting now. If you're able, would you stand up? What I'd like you to do is to close your eyes and focus in on someone or something happening in the world that brings you grief and despair. Breathe into that, just one thing. And now, I would like you to scrunch your body up, so you scrunch your shoulders to your ears, bring your head down, and focus your attention on your solar plexus and start groaning. Now, this is not about anger. This is about feeling the pain of what this is. Okay, now very slowly unscrunch your body, and as you do, instead of groaning, make an ah sound, and let's chant it to lift ourselves up into a heart center finer frequency. Beautiful. I hope you can feel the difference from the pain in the solar plexus and the groaning to coming up into the heart center and lifting the energy, harnessing it for good. So please have a seat and remember this. The next time you read something in the newspaper that drives you crazy, get down into your solar plexus, not with anger, but with a recognition of the pain that this is causing me, that this is happening in the world. I do this every time I read about the Palestinians. Every single time. I could easily go to rage, easily, but I go into the pain, then I lift the energy to the heart center. And it really gives me the impetus to do something more and something different. Shara spoke about something really important. She said that we're moving from separation to oneness. And that's because we're one being, every one of us. We think we're separate. And how do we separate ourselves? We live in our heads. We have thoughts. We have opinions. If they don't agree, if you don't agree with me, you're definitely separate. I mean, I can see you don't belong in my life. But if in fact I open in my heart center to you, what I begin to realize is that we are each one unique cell in the body of the whole. We are the creative self's image of itself. If you might say, God, if you want to talk about God, brought us all into being so that it could see itself in form. How nice. I'm glad to participate. And I'm glad you are participating. So to practice oneness, we need to receive all people as beautiful exactly as they are. The principle does not say accept all people as beautiful. Because to do that, you have to go to your head. You have to judge, oh yeah, she's acceptable. No. You have to go to your heart and say, I receive you as beautiful exactly as you are, even though I don't understand what on earth you are doing or saying. I get to practice this daily. I think maybe some of you practice it daily too. I don't know. I'm hearing that. Okay, so what do we do with the fact that we are different from each other? What's going to happen in the transformation is a union of the polarities. I'll give you an example. Supposing you have a bully, and you contrast that with someone who is meek. The two of them can't exist together, can they? Well, yes, they can, because they're all part of one exact whole. So the bully equals force. Let's say the meek equals gentleness. Now, if you merge those two, what you come up with is powerfully kind. That's how we exist as one being. That when we have this transformation of ourselves, we're not going to see ourselves as you're over here and I'm over here. How are we merging and how are we taking that to the next level? So I want to tell you about Perry. Perry is a resident where I live in my community. And Perry read my book, A Transformation of Humanity. Perry is a very macho guy in his 80s. And he said, I'm sorry, but this is a pipe dream that you're writing about. This certainly not going to happen in my lifetime, he said. And then a week later, he came back to me and he said, something happened. I said, what happened? He said, I went to church, I heard this great sermon, and after it was over, I turned to this stranger, no such thing, right? Because we're one being. I turned to this stranger and I said, how'd you like that sermon? Wasn't that something? And the tears started falling down Perry's face. He said, I've never done that in my entire life. Talk to a stranger like that. He said, I think your book did something to me. I said, I think maybe a transformation is happening. And then he started sobbing. I was so touched I could hardly breathe. He told me that he went to a grocery store and he saw a young man stocking shelves. And he went to him and he said, how are you? I mean, that's a simple thing, right? Not for Perry, it wasn't a simple thing. He said, I want to congratulate you on doing such a fine job. He said, I want to thank you for stocking the shelves the way you do, because when I come to the store, I can find what I'm looking for. By now, Perry was practically a shambles of tears, because he said, this young man turned to me, he said, and he said, thank you for appreciating me. And Perry was forever changed. And he told me, he said, if I can do this, anybody can do this. A change is coming, he said. I said, I know, I'm telling you. Change is coming. And the change was Perry. Perry was the change. So what happened there? What happened was that unity, I think you're familiar with this word, unity triumphed over fragmentation. And that's where we're heading. And it's going to happen, and it can happen before you know it. So I'm going to give you an assignment. And if you will do this every day, well, once a week if you don't. No, do it every day. Do it every day, because I do this every day. I'm passing somebody, it's a stranger, I smile. If the person smiles back at me, I start up a tiny little conversation, and then I say, may I ask you a question? Well, sure. I say, what is the most meaningful thing in your life? Know what happens? Silence. The person shifts from this superficial engaging we were having to going inside, and then they come up, and it's as if they brought a little cup of flowers, because they bring to me the deepest part of themselves. This is a total stranger in that moment. And most people will say, my family. But whatever it is, they have now looked into my eyes. We've connected heart to heart, spirit to spirit. Some people even ask me, well, what's the most important thing in your life? What's the most meaningful thing? But it doesn't matter if they do. What matters is that if you do this, you have reached out, you have connected heart to heart, you have said, I am one with you without even saying it. So that's a really beautiful thing. So we have, what do we have? We have the transformation of humanity. That's the vision. We have the practice, namely the love principles, to enable us to bring this into being. So now is the time to be the change. Back in 1970, it was be the change you want to see happen instead of trying to change anyone else. I'm going to expand that today. Today it is be the change that is coming. So let us hold this vision together. A vision of a humanity living in greater light coming from the universe as a gift. A humanity shifting from separation to unity. A humanity embodying love as the very basis of life. This begins here, in this room. It begins now. It begins with us. And let me tell you, because it brings tears to my eyes to know that this is true. If we be the change that is coming, the world will change even before the world changes. Thank you.
When I fall in love, it will be forever, or I'll never fall in love. In a restless world like this is, love has ended before it's begun, and so many moonlight kisses seem to melt in the morning sun. When I give my heart, it will be completely, or I'll never give my heart. And the moment that I can feel that, you feel it way too, is when I'll give my heart to you.
Though the world changes even before it changes. Let's breathe that into our open hearts. This prayer, this knowing I am changing even before I change. We are changing even before we change. Hope. The trust fall into God. Feel it. Embody it. Know it. Claim it. We are the integration of those polarities. Imagine right now your groan of the world. Imagine the power of your groan that you know so well, powering all of the love up and through your heart with the force, with the intensity of this life energy. This is using all of life for our upliftment, all of life to bring forward the new story. I am the new story. We are the new story. The new story is coming even before it's here. In the silence. Now, as we come back to this now moment, let's embody that new story. And let's begin very softly, taking the frequency, the hum of the groan, feeling it move up, being transmuted through the heart, and coming forward very gently as the primordial syllable that Craig often emphasizes, that ah. So let's all start bringing forward with deep, gentle, forceful loving. Ah. And continue the sound, everyone breathing and eyeing at your own pace. Ah. Slowly bringing that energy, keep generating it, having it come up through the feet, up through the subterranean, a little bit louder. Generating that energy, attuning to your neighbor. Keep it coming, letting it get a little bit louder, and as you are moved, allow yourself to stand one more time. Be the open heart, the new story coming, the change coming. We are the prayer. And we send the frequency of this prayer to all of those on our prayer list here at Unity of Tustin and all of those in our minds and hearts. With great gratitude for you, Arlene, and you, Diane, and for the hope that you embody and transmit. We are deeply grateful. Amen. And now I invite up our divinely inspired John Claude to bring us back to reality.
What a shame.
I don't know, this reality's looking pretty good.
Oh, it's a wonderful time to welcome our guests online and those present here. Here at Unity of Tustin, we believe in one God, one heart, many paths. That unity consciousness. Our mission is to transform lives and inspire people to make a positive difference in the world. We are a fully inclusive community of all walks of life, and would like you to know that whatever your background or wherever you are on your spiritual path, we are glad to welcome you and continue your journey with us. Our ushers are coming forward with flowers and welcome cards for those who are here for the first or second time. So if you're comfortable doing so, we invite you to raise your hand so we can recognize you and present you with these gifts. Well, we have some there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And I think our guests could have one. We had Diane and Arlene here. Couple of flowers here. All right.
Thank you. They're so beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. We invite everyone to join us after the service for food and fellowship around the hospitality table, and make sure to stop by our open door bookshop, reading room, and welcome center. Also, as always, we have our Reiki practitioners wearing green ribbons and our prayer chaplains wearing white ribbons, who will be at the entrance of the meditation gardens ready to offer prayer and healing support. All prayers are confidential, and we love to pray with you. In addition, there are prayer request forms in the seat backs in front of you and at the table at the garden's entrance, where you may leave your requests in the prayer box. They will be lovingly held in prayer by our silent prayer team ministry. There's always so much happening here at our campus of consciousness. Please make sure to check your email each Friday for our weekly e-newsletter, and visit the welcome table for information about many upcoming and ongoing classes, events, and opportunities that serve as part of our beloved unity of Tustin community. That welcome table is just around the corner from the entrance. Now it's time to receive our love offering. As we share our financial gifts in support of our ministry, the various electronic ways to give are here on the screen and listed on a card in the seat backs in front of you. We also pass the offering bags to receive in-person donations. In whatever form that you choose to give, we invite you to briefly hold your hand over the offering bag as it passes along. Take that moment to connect with the spirit of giving. We are grateful for your faith and your generosity. And now I invite Reverend Shara to bless the offerings.
I just smelt the microphone. I'll take the rose. I love giving to our spiritual community. I'm really grateful. I am very aware, reading about the cicadas, of this internal clock. You know, I've been feeling it. And I feel like it's the golden hour. You know, this is the time. Like my whole life preparation is the change that's coming is now.
Yeah.
And we are cultivating that. We have been for years, and we are coming forward. We are becoming alive. And I am very grateful that I get to contribute to that with my time, my presence, and my money. Because it's only with those contributions that we get to create oases and sanctuaries like this to embody and live the change that is coming. And it's coming, and it's came before it's come. That's just the way we pray in unity, right? That's unity prayer. So, thank you all. Thank you all for this collective generosity that allows us to be the change, that allows us to be the change we want to see happen instead of trying to change everyone else.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So please connect to that spirit of giving when you give to this community, because the frequency from which you give makes all the difference.
Yeah.
So please join with me our love offering blessing. Divine love as we blesses and multiplies all that we are, all that we have, all that we give, and all that we receive in love. Now let's be blessed with more of your beautiful music. Thank you, and please join us for the workshop afterwards, after our wonderful tri-tip meal. Take it away.
I can't give you anything but love, baby, 'cause that's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, you're sure to find happiness, and I guess all the things that you've always found for. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets wore just does not sell, my baby. Till that lucky day, you know dang well, my baby, that I can't give you anything but love. Gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. But diamond bracelets won't work, do not sell, my baby, till that lucky day, you know so well, baby, that I can't give you anything. I can't give you anything. I can't give you anything but love. Nothing but love. Thank you.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you, Andrea and Carol Roman, for that jazzy rendition stuff. Good stuff. I like that. Okay. Yes.
Really quickly, I wanted to talk about the flow. When you leave, there's the welcome table, but then there's also a book signing. You can get your book, and then you can get it signed and then go pay for it in the bookstore, and then collect your ticket for the picnic. Are we good? Yes. Thank you for allowing me to interrupt. Yes, and that. Sign first.
And so, and also a reminder, on the 11th, this Thursday, is World Day of Prayer. So we said at noon, so if you join us from noon till 6 o'clock, so you're welcome to join us. And with that, I ask you all to please stand up for the prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And we are changing even before we change. Okay, good. Thank you.